Do you want the 5-step process I use to test weapons inside Destiny 2? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 steps I use to test a new weapon that I acquire within Destiny 2, to determine whether or not I keep it or it mysteriously becomes weapon parts. I'm not saying what happens, but it mysteriously becomes weapon parts. You know, that's all you really need to know. This is a process I have developed since Destiny 1 that I still use to this day. I have shown quite a few friends of mine this process, and they still use this to this very day. And I know some of you guys are probably questioning my sanity right now, thinking that, I overthink this. Nah. But this is something that, I feel would help you guys out, and some of you guys, I feel, would really appreciate this as well, to be able to have a method of determining your weapons. And trust me, I can hear some of y'all right now. I can hear some of y'all right now watching this. I can hear y'all. Trust me. I can hear y'all. Trust me. I can hear some of y'all right now. Hold on. You actually made a process for all this. But Moose, that's too much work. That's too much work. I'm too tired, and that's too much work. I can't do this. Cut the crap. Just cut the crap, okay? It's not that hard. Right? It's really not that hard. It's actually very, very simple. Right? It's a scaled, what I call a scaled progression of difficulty. If it makes the cut, move on to the next step. Move on. And then at the last one, if it performs there, then you're good to go. So I've shown this to quite a few friends of mine. They've used this to great effect for Crucible, for Gambit. Some hardcore raiders I know, they use this same process as well, but they modified theirs a little bit. So without further ado, if you need to pause this video to write these down, do it. Pause it on each one. Definitely write them down, because this is some pretty good stuff I'm going to give you guys. Some people charge for stuff like this. I'm doing this for free. First thing we are going to do is we are going to actually get our weapon and inspect our perks. I'm gonna walk through the process I did where I got my Chroma Rush. As you see there, step number 1. As when I got this is exactly what I did. I was looking at the perks and I was like, all right. So looking at it, and I saw the perks and I saw they looked pretty good. So I was like, I'm gonna go try it out in the seasonal content, see if it performs well there. So I went and I did 5 overrides. Override's fun. And it's actually a really great way to test it up against champions too. Believe it or not, really good method for also clearing ads and dealing with champions. Whoever thought of that one? Now, next step, does it perform well in strikes? Because strikes, it'll put a lot of situations, a lot of different scenarios that you'll have to face on with your weapon, and that'll give you a really good kind of mix of things to try out with your weapon. Now, the next one. Does it perform well in Nightfalls on increasing difficulty? I did 4 different Nightfalls. Each one got increasingly harder. Does it perform well in raids? This is the big one for me because I'm a raider by heart. I went and I did a raid with it. And DSC is a good one. I did mine in GOS to try it out because GOS is a very mechanically complex raid. And I'm going to tell y'all, actually made the cut. Now, anytime I'm going through this process and if a weapon fails at one of the steps, it's gone. But as you see here, I've modified it for you guys to make exceptions for Grandmaster Nightfalls. Alright. Now, if you want to pause this video here, copy this chart down, screenshot the chart, do what you got to do. But please do note the raid is the final verdict, because that is the end. That is the end all be all right there. That's the end all. That is the last step right there. Right, if it doesn't make it there, if I've had weapons where I didn't pass the raid, I'd throw them out. Now, for you Crucible guys, I would do the same thing, but less steps. Alright, I would start with, like your basic control type match. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a PvP player by nature, okay? I'm not a PvP player. I'll explain in a later video why. But just for now, this is something that I would do if I was a PvP player. Alright? Because, Trials is like your end game. Trials is like, the big show for you Crucible guys. Alright? So I would start with like a basic match type like control. Alright. do like 4 or 5 rounds there. And then I would move down to survival, do like 4 rounds, like 4 or 5 rounds there, or freelance survival if you just want to do it by yourself. And then I'd go to either elimination, try it there, or I'd go to Trials of Osiris with a couple friends and try it there. If it didn't make it there, it was gone. Now, for you Gambit guys, this is for you guys. Pay attention. I would do 5 matches as all the roles, like 5 as Sentry, 5 as Collector, 5 as Reaper, and 5 as the Invader. Because that right there, with that same weapon, will tell you how it's going to act, how it's going to behave under the different scenarios, and what it's going to be set up ideal for. I know some of you are saying, oh, you could just look at light.gg or Little Light. Why do that when you can actually try it out and feel it out for yourself? Because sometimes light.gg or Little Light, it's all based off, stats and numerical statistics. Sometimes the best way to test it is try it out, feel it out for yourself. All right. But I would do that and definitely try it out there, because I know some Gambit players and they actually do this as well, especially for dealing with blockers. I really hope you guys got some value out of this video, and I really hope this helps you guys understand the process that I use to this date to determine what weapons I keep and what weapons I don't within Destiny 2. Because this is something, like I said in the intro, that I've developed since Destiny 1. I still use to this day. If you got any sort of value out of this, definitely, drop me a like, drop me a comment, and, hey, thanks for the help. I never really understood, like how people can try out weapons and to decide what to keep or, what to get rid of. Now you know. I've given you mine. Feel free to use it. This is what it's there for. If you have a friend who's having trouble deciding what to keep as well, definitely send them this video. I am also on Facebook as well. As you'll see in the bottom, like the bottom left or right corner of your screen, that's my handle, at One of the Horsemen. Definitely follow me there as well. Subscribe as well. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Thank every single one of you so much. Y'all take care. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless every single one of you. And y'all have an absolutely amazing day.